So you guys know that Vintage Vember starts next week. So I went to Joann's over the weekend and picked up some gorgeous fabric for Vintage Vember. So if you don't know anything about it, I'm gonna drop the announcement video in the description box below as well as on the end screen. So you could join me for Vintage Vember, sewing vintage patterns throughout the month of November. And the patterns that I have chose will range from 1920 to 1970. So if that's some content you would like to see, please continue to watch. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Rochelle from Rochelle.Handmade.Designs, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you the fabrics that I picked up for Vintage Vember. Now I will not be showing the patterns that I am going to be sewing up for Vintage Vember because this is also a collaboration with 7 different sewists in the sewing community, and I will go ahead and tell you guys those in the upcoming weeks, okay? But if you're new to the channel, welcome. Hello, Ciao, Guten, Aloha, Hola, Konnichiwa, Gwaan, Sabonani, Shalom, Bonjour. If you are returning, you guys know what to do. Go get you a quick snack, something to drink. Come on back so we can go ahead and get over to my cutting, sewing, filming, whatever table you want to call it, right? So I could go ahead and show you these fabrics. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the fabrics that I picked up from JoJo, aka Joann's, and these are the ones that I'm going to be using for Vintage Vember. So I'm not going to take much time showing you guys this, but I do have a color palette and a theme I want to use for Vintage Vember. So if you don't know, Vintage Vember is here. It will be starting tomorrow, November 1st. So I hope when I put out the announcement about 2.5 to 3 weeks ago, it gave you time to kind of like do your prep. No sewing until November 1st, but you could have done your prep, choose your pattern so you are able to participate. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the fabrics. Now I'll tell you what I'm planning on sewing, but not show or tell the pattern that I will be using. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So this one right here is this nice lovely burgundy. I'm gonna put all of the fabric name up on the screen so you are able to see that, and then kind of, you know, tell you what I'm going to be sewing with this. Now, this one right here, I want to use for a jumpsuit. That's what this one is going to be. Now, I think I purchased a total of 5 yards of this fabric. I have my receipt here somewhere. So let me check from my receipt. So for this fabric, I purchased a total of 5 yards of fabric. Okay, so this is for a jumpsuit, and I figured 5 yards was going to be enough for this jumpsuit. So yeah, I can't wait to sew the jumpsuit. Of course, it's a vintage pattern. Now, one thing I want to mention, because in the last couple of weeks, I have gotten this question many of times, can you use reproduction patterns? Yes. You can use the original pattern. You can use reproduced patterns as well. They just have to be between 1920 and 1970s. You cannot use any patterns from 1980s, 1990s, whatsoever. Just make sure whatever pattern you pick, it actually has the pattern number. Now, I am doing a giveaway for Vintage Vember. So therefore, all photos must be, if you want to participate and you want to be put into the drawing, you have to take pictures in your garment. Okay, so nothing on a dress form or anything like that. You have to take pictures in your garment for Vintage Vember. All right, so that's the only difference than normally I would just say it's fine as long as you show the picture. But this one you have to show you or somebody wearing it in the photo. All right. So this is for a jumpsuit. Moving over to the next one. So this is the next one. And this is just some, actually, you probably can't see it, but it is a linen fabric from Joann's. I don't know if I'll be able to link to this one from the website because this was kind of like in their clearance aisle. So I'm going to try to find it and see if I can link to it. But this is actually linen. I know you probably can't see that it is a linen fabric, but this one I plan on making a pair of pants with this fabric. I think it would be very, very nice to have this paired with the burgundy. And then, so just to give you kind of like a color palette that I'm using, most of the fabrics you're going to see is red and navy. Those are the two colors that I really wanted to use for the vintage Vember collection because I wanted to get more red, but I also wanted to get some form of a blue, darker navy instead of like a bright blue. So that's my color palette for this collection. But this will be a pair of pants. Pattern will be coming very, very soon. All right, moving over to the next one. So the next one is this gorgeous polka dot. Like, how can you have something vintage and you don't use a stripe or a polka dot, right? Okay, so you get me. So this one, this is I think this is a quilter showcase fabric, if I remember correctly. This is just some cotton fabric, to be honest with you. I plan on making a two-piece set with this fabric. I think this will go good as one of the, well, I should say one, but it's two makes. It's a two-piece that I am doing a top and a bottom for this this pattern that I plan on choosing. Of course, it's just kind of like difficult and hard for me not to want to tell you the pattern, but I want you guys to be surprised when you see it. All right. But this is a two-piece set that I'll be doing. Moving over to the next fabric. So the next fabric is this gorgeous, also a cotton fabric that I picked up on sale during the quilter showcase fabric last weekend. And this, I think the quilter showcase fabric were all like $2.99 a yard, but then they also had $10 off of 50, $15 off of 75 or whatever. So I did maximize, you know, that way as well with Joann's. But this is a white and black polka dot fabric, and I plan on doing this as a top. So I can't wait to make the top. I did already cut out the pattern for vintage Vember, but I have not started on making it. The day of this video, I'm just gonna say the day of this video, today is Monday, October 30th. So by the time you're seeing this, I still have not cut it. Well, by the time you're seeing this, I have not started just yet as of Monday, but the plan is to go ahead and start making the items because I still have to wash all the fabric. I just purchased all the fabrics this weekend. Okay. Well, this past weekend. All right. So let's go ahead and move over to the next item. Don't judge me as if I'm late. You guys will see when you guys see. All right. And the last fabric I'm going to show you guys, because this is the last one from Joann's. Okay. So this is a platitude shirting fabric that I picked up from Joann's. I love this. Like, it's hard to tell which one is the right side and the wrong side because it looks like it's the same on both sides, but this is the right side of the fabric. Now, did not tell you guys that I'm looking at like a red and navy. So I'm going to put all the fabric up here shortly. But what I plan on making with this is, I think I'm going to go with a dress. I might go with a dress for this one, or a skirt. Yeah, I think I'm going to either go with a dress or a skirt for this one. What you think? All right, so I'm going to put all the fabric up that I purchased so you are able to see how all of this is going to blend well. So let me go ahead and put it up here for you. All All right, so these are all the fabrics that I picked up from Joann's. I think they will blend very well together. The polka dots, white and navy blue, a pair of pants, and this kind of like on the camera is showing up as like a light blue, but this is kind of like a teal colored blue, which is settled. I think this goes very well with this fabric right here, so that's why I have that. And then like a little burgundy would pair very well with all of it, and then close out with this plaid. So that's the plan. And I have like a couple of Ankara ones that I will be putting in this collection. I will be making, I don't know how many garments, but I will say that it is 7 individuals that I will be collaborating with throughout Vintage Vember for the month of November. So that's it for the fabric. All right, so there you have it. Those are all the fabrics that I'm going to be using for Vintage Vember throughout the entire month of November. You will see 7 different items. I'm not going to say what items they are, but you will see 7 different items and patterns and collaborations throughout the month of November. You may also see a bonus one because 8 just sounds better, right, than 7, but whatever. All right, well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and since you made it this far, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. Also, smash that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. So I'll catch you in the next video, and as always, keep sewing.